G'day folks, welcome back to the channel. Well, I can guarantee you this episode is going to be one of the most epic episodes I've ever done. I'm up in the Victorian high country with a group of mates. Come along for the ride. Joining me this weekend is someone that you're familiar with if you watch my channel, and that's Rhino and his young fella Oscar. One of my work colleagues, Phil Leach. Another father and son duo, lifelong friends, Pete and Mitch. Bit of a blow-in this weekend, Big Zacky, aka Gus. And one of my old bosses, Graham Scratcher Neal. So the weekend begins on the Dargo High Plains Road, where we all group together, drop some air out of our tyres and come up with a bit of a plan on where we're going to head today. We give way to a bit of traffic and head to one of the little huts up here in the high country. We quickly popped into Lanky Plain Hut, which was built back in the 1960s as part of the Country Roads Board that kept the blokes nice and warm as they were making the Dargo High Plains Road. Well, we've turned off the Dargo High Plains Road onto Blue Rag Range track. We started to ascend to this beautiful area that's known as the Victorian High Country. We've just come up Blue Rag Range track and we're at the intersection of Basalt North track. So we're going to take that track down to Talbotville. We were going to go up the top of to the trig point at Blue Rag, but the weather's a bit overcast, so we're probably not going to get any really spectacular views that lookout offers. So we'll make our way down to Talbotville and make camp tonight. I might actually stick it in four-wheel drive now and have a real crack.
Yeah, I'm going to hold out a little bit longer, I think.
You're out of control, Phil. So we pulled up to grab a bit of wood for tonight's campfire, and if you're travelling in the high country, it's always a good idea to carry a chainsaw just in case you've got trees over the road and you've got to keep warm at night. Just be aware the weather can change very quickly up in the high country. Not unusual to have snow in December, so please be prepared. What have we done, Glenn?
Oh, I think I knocked a hole in me, buddy. She's already scarred from Una Darrow, I reckon.
Tyre plugs are a great invention to get you out of trouble, but they're a solution to a problem when you can get your tyre fixed as soon as possible. Another river crossing, and this exit provided just a little bit of a challenge. After a big day on the tracks, we finally made it to Talbotville, and it looked like everyone else had the same idea. So, a quick reconnaissance mission, and we found a nice campsite that would accommodate all our vehicles. Talbotville was a thriving gold mining town in its day. It was established in 1850 and it boasted a population of a few thousand people and supported a lot of businesses. However, like many gold rush towns, its prosperity was short-lived, and by the early 20th century, the gold had dried up, leading to its decline. Today, Talbotville is a must-see destination if you're travelling in the Victorian High Country. So with the fire lit, it's time to cook up a feed. G'day everyone, well we've made it to Talbotville tonight. So weather is a little bit cool, so to warm everyone up we're doing a beef casserole. Really easy in the camp oven. So I brought along the spun steel one today, a bit lighter than the cast iron one. I'll prepare it all in here on the my new Genesis jet ball stove, so maiden voyage for that today, and then we'll stick it on the coals and let it bubble away for a couple of hours, and that will be dinner. So, ingredients: onion, garlic, we've got some celery, some carrot, some button mushrooms, some potatoes, and of course some beef. You can use lamb, you can use pork, whatever you like. And it's just going to be a one pot wonder. Everything gets thrown in, bubble away. As I said, it's going to warm us up. So, nice, big, chunky pieces. So put your onion in. Right, little splash of olive oil. As I said, any sort of beef will do. Cuts like your chuck steak and casserole steak, that sort of stuff. May take a little bit longer, you might need to take 3 hours. Rump, round, couple of hours. Nice big meaty chunks.
Need a beer?
Yeah, why not? Got him, train ball. And good dollop of garlic. No, you can never have too much garlic.
Oh, you can.
Let's throw all the mushrooms in whole, don't worry about cutting them up. Okay, so I've got all the veggies chopped up, so potato, carrot, celery, and mushrooms. So we'll put all that into the meat and onion and garlic. Give that a good stir. So just with a bit of heat in those vegetables, we'll add a bit of beef stock and some diced tomatoes, or it can be crushed tomatoes, just whatever you got lying around, and a bit of tomato paste to give it a bit of kick. And a bit of salt, bit of pepper. And that stock should just cover your ingredients. And I have timed that very well. So good stir. Okay, what you want to do is bring that to the boil. And because it's actually raining outside, what I'll do, I'm going to cook this on the Genesis stove tonight, just in here. It doesn't need to have coals on the top because it's a casserole, it's a stew, so it doesn't need to bake from the top. I'll let this just simmer away for a couple of hours and we'll come back and we'll try it. So as I said, that's bubbling away nicely now. So I'll put the lid on it and let that do its thing for a couple of hours. I'll come back in about half an hour's time, give it a stir every half hour, and then we'll serve it up. Well, that casserole hit the spot, a few beers and a few yarns around the campfire, hit the swags, and think about tomorrow. So day 2, coffee's on the go. I can't think of a better place to wake up than Talbotville. Just take a bit of time and soak in the serenity. Let's go to the Thomas's kitchen.
Hello.
What's going on here, boys?
Bit of fire and fork, mate.
Ho-ho.
I'm just doing weird things.
And as opposed to any other day?
Yeah, no, not really. A strange individual. Some sort of breakfast burger with hash browns.
Whoa. Righto, what do we got? Ho-ho! What's this gratuitous B-roll?
It's a steak egg, bacon, chippies.
That looks amazing, you blokes.
Hardtack.
Unbelievable.
A little bit warm. A little bit warm. All right.
Unreal.
So if we're dead in the car today, you know why.
Heart attack. No matter where you are, before you leave camp, please make sure your fires are extinguished. So it's day 2, we start heading down the Crooked River track, our destination, Billy Goat's Bluff track. River heights can vary greatly in the high country, so please check conditions before you leave. We came across this old footbridge spanning the Wanangata River. What a bit of an engineering feat, and what tales that bridge would have to tell. Crossing Kingwall Bridge, we're almost at the base of Billy Goat's Bluff track. Right, we're at the base of Billy Goat's Bluff track, and we're going to head up there for a bit of a drive, and we'll make our way down and Dargo this afternoon. The iconic Billy Goat's Bluff track is a popular track in the high country, but it's not to be taken lightly. It's at about 8 kilometres and climbs almost 1,200 vertical metres. The views from up at the helipad are spectacular, but once again, this track is not to be taken lightly. So to tackle this track in my Ranger, it was first gear, low range, tyres at 20 psi and rear diff lock engaged. So Billy Goat's isn't the track for novices or a track to start your off-roading experience on. But in saying that, old mate here had other ideas with his little Toyota van. I think he was doing a lot more winching than driving. And this was halfway up the bottom section of the track. With billy goats done and dusted, it was off to the Pinnacles for a lunch stop. We arrived at the Pinnacles lookout, which is, during the summer months, used as a fire tower. The views from up here were absolutely breathtaking. Let's take a bit of time and just once again soak up that serenity. The walk to and from the fire tower is along a very rocky and steep track, but the views from up there are totally worth it. Back at the car park, it seemed like everyone in the high country had stopped up there for lunch. You may remember last time we were up in the high country, we put some pies in the travel buddy and they didn't come out too good. Let's go back to that. So lesson number one for new travel buddy owners, probably not a good idea to put just 2 pies on a rack going up Victorian high country tracks. All right, this time I got a little bit smarter. I bought a little silicone muffin dish. This little muffin dish saved the day and the pies were all intact. What's on the menu for lunch today?
Cheeseburger wraps.
Wow. Out of the fire to fork cookbook?
Yeah. Just something quick, something easy.
Love it. And look, those of you that don't follow Fire to Fork, Harry Fisher on YouTube, get onto him.
Get on him. He's a legend.
I'll put a link to Harry's YouTube channel in the description on this video. Steak sanger for Zachy, actually steak wrap, look at that. We just had a dirty old pie.
I don't have a travel buddy like this.
Deciding to take another way to Dargo, we consulted the map and came up with a bit of a plan. We jumped on the Castle Hill track, then onto Junction Spur, and then on the Scrubby Creek track, and that's when things started to go a little bit pear-shaped. Over the UHF, we heard Leachy telling us one of the cars was in trouble.
Yeah, I stopped there, but Rhino stuck up on the hill here.
Roger.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it's working.
What's going on, Oscar?
Can't get up the hill.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
So we let a bit more air out of the tyres on the BT50 and Rhino gave it another couple of cracks. And like always, the camera does not do the steepness of this track any justice. Really? Whew, well, this track's beaten us, and it's getting late in the day. We've got 2 cars that are going to struggle to get up this, so discretion, better part of valor. Turn around, we'll come back and do this another day, but no use being stupid. Like I said, we're that close to Dargo pub now, I can almost taste the beer. But yeah, just not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. A handheld UHF radio is a very handy piece of equipment to carry up in this area. It's really important in this situation that one person takes control of manoeuvring the vehicle, just so there's no confusion whatsoever.
Probably stop there, mate. Head to where Shilty is. Shilty has to move, mate. Right up, mate. All does he move? All of it? All of it? Well, the second one was you had to. The first one was because you wanted to.
Good work, men.
All right,
Let's turn this convoy around and get to Dargo.
All right, who's in lead? Who knows?
I think we're going to miss 6:32.
I told ya. Heading down Castleburn Creek track, there were quite a few wet sections and bog holes. Unfortunately, the D-Max found one. What do you got on the back, Lucy? Phil radioed us and told us he had water coming through the cab of his car, so it was time to act quickly.
You'll need a D-shackle mode.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got water going through. Come on, he's got water going through. Yeah, well, so dumb.
Righto, everyone out of the way. Quick tug on the snatch strap and we had the D-Max out. But the cabin suffered a little bit of water through it.
Oh, yes, you will. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, no, that's it. I did that for 5 minutes, what it is.
The sun was setting quick and we still had a few miles to go before we hit Dargo. The road that was going to get us onto the Dargo road is non-existent, so it's existed on the maps but not here, so we're just doing a U-turn and we'll go to plan B. I think it's going to be a late night getting into Dargo tonight. Off-roading at night gives a whole new dimension to your four-wheel drive experience, especially up here in the high country. And after a huge day on the tracks, the Dargo Hotel was a very welcome sight. Well, what an absolute epic day today. We've had a car sunk, we've done a CV joint, one car got in a pretty precarious position, but we've made it to Dargo, so we're going to have a feed, set up camp, have a couple of beers, and I think that'll be it for the night, but it's been an absolute epic day, and I think we'll have a bit more quieter day tomorrow, so we'll see where that brings. Sunday morning at Dargo. We awoke to the sounds of kookaburras and galahs and angle grinders. Gus had done a CV joint in the Hilux, so the blokes with mechanical knowledge gave him a hand, got the CV joint out and got him up and running again to get him home. Heading out of Dargo, we popped in at the old gold mining township of Grant, where we had a bit of a look around where the township used to be and ducked into the old Union mine, which is well worth a look if you're ever over this way. Grant, like Talbotville, was once a thriving little community with a few thousand people living here. Now there's just ghosts and relics of the past to explore. Well, that wraps up an epic weekend with some really good mates. Ended up getting the car fixed here at Dargo. Boys did a bit of bush mechanics. As I said, we've had an epic weekend. Hope you've enjoyed this. Catch us for the next one. If you've enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Meanwhile, I'm going to the pub. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Now stay tuned for the outtakes.
Where we got, when we get to that well,
Most epic trips I've done. I'm here with a group of guys that
Go again. No. Not going anywhere.
I'm going to be talking to myself, everyone.
You do, yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, Philip. G'day folks, welcome back to the channel. Well, so is this the start of Billy Goats? Allegedly.
Would have been hanging on with his ass cheeks, I would imagine.
Both of them. That's your problem right there on the ground.
Nuts. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Watch out.
So what? And I'm asking you.
Yeah.
You can hit that 5 times.
No, go on, have a crack.
Just have a crack.
Where is it?
Here, I'll show you how to do it.
You want to come near me with an axe?
You idiot.
Yeah.
A little bit, no. What's that?
My kitchen. I can edit that out.
That was Oscar that said that.
No, it's not.
Go. Nearly goes. Oh, get it. He goes. Oh, just.
That's it.
Hey, Mitch. How many Germans does it take to change a light bulb?
Alright.
Just one, because we're efficient and we don't have a sense of humour. Your dead cat's looking a bit dead.
I think they'll get there a bit quicker than us.
I got one word for that, not for me. That's not for me, that's 3 words.
Yeah.
Righto, we've just come up Blue Range Ridge track. There, try saying that. There. We've just come up Blue Range. We've just come up Blue Range Ridge track, and I said Blue Ridge Range. Blue Rag Range. What did I say? Blue Rag Range track. Blue Rag Range track. Righto, we've just come up Blue Rag Range track. Blue Rag Range track. Righto, we've just come up Blue Rag. We've just come up Blue Rag Range track. We've just come up Blue Rag Range track, and we're at the intersection of. We've just come up this track.
Hello, Butcher. Hi, Butcher.
Jalapenos? Yeah, they were alright, weren't they? I thought they had a plan.